Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine an AI that doesn't just, do what you tell it, but figures out how to achieve complex goals all on its own. That's what we're diving into today. Technology, it's constantly evolving, right? Reshaping our world. And right at the forefront of this change are these things called autonomous AI agents. Our sources, they're saying these are potentially one of the most important tech trends for 2025. Big claim, promising to redefine operational efficiency, catalyze innovation, pretty much across all sectors. Our deep dive today is based on this really interesting document, The Dawn of Autonomous AI Agents, Transforming Efficiency and Innovation.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating here, I think, is how these systems move beyond just, simple automation. They actually self-manage multi-step tasks.
Yeah.
It's a real
Yeah.
paradigm shift.
A paradigm shift. Okay, that definitely gets my attention. So, our mission today for you listening is basically to give you a shortcut, a way to really understand this groundbreaking tech, what it is, where it's making a real difference already, and frankly, what we need to think about the challenges as it becomes more widespread. So, let's start right there, the basics. We hear AI thrown around all the time. But what exactly is an autonomous AI agent? How is it different from, say, a smart bot or a script? This feels bigger.
It is bigger. The core distinction really lies in their capacity for independent action and complex problem solving. So unlike a simple bot that just performs a repetitive, predefined task over and over, an autonomous agent can actually perceive its environment, make decisions without direct human intervention, and then execute actions to achieve specific
Oh,
goals.
human intervention. Okay.
Exactly. And they have these advanced capabilities. They can like decompose a really complex problem into smaller subtasks. They can figure out priorities, gather information they need, even learn from experience, and then execute a whole coordinated series of steps to get to a solution. That self-management part, that's the key.
Okay, so it's less like a robot arm on an assembly line just doing one thing.
Hmm.
And maybe more like a really skilled project manager, someone who can adapt and see the whole thing through.
That's a great analogy. Precisely. It's about that level of self-direction, managing multiple steps, adapting. It's a really significant leap from what we think of as traditional automation.
It's easy to get caught up in the tech side, but what really struck me in the source material was the human angle. It talks about how these agents are freeing up human potential. How does that actually play out? How do they help humans do more or maybe do better stuff?
Yeah, that's a crucial point. When we talk about freeing up human potential, it's not just hype. It's about a real shift. These agents can take over the end-to-end management of really complex workflows, things that used to take up a lot of human time and effort. So the insight isn't just speed, it's that organizations can sort of re-architect where their people focus, allowing humans to concentrate on the higher value stuff, strategy, creativity, complex problem solving, things only humans can really do. Imagine your best engineers spending most of their time on actual innovation, not just tweaking processes.
Right. Less admin, more invention.
Exactly. And this translates into some very tangible benefits. You mentioned process optimization. Agents can spot bottlenecks humans might miss, optimize sequences, cut down time, cut down costs. And because they're autonomous, they can run 234/7, nonstop operations, which boost capacity, response times. I mean, they don't need sleep or coffee breaks, right?
Ha, true. No coffee breaks.
And then there's error reduction. Their algorithmic precision minimizes those human slips, improving quality. Plus, they can do intelligent resource allocation managing and distributing resources optimally based on real-time needs.
So, for someone listening, could you maybe give a quick, concrete example? How might this affect my day-to-day?
Sure, absolutely. Let's take customer service again. You call in, right? An autonomous agent could handle your initial query, sure. But then, without passing you off, it can maybe schedule a follow-up, update your account, even proactively suggest a solution based on your history, all seamlessly. So for you, it means faster service, probably more consistent service, less waiting around, just a smoother experience overall because the system handles all those connected steps itself.
That makes a lot of sense. Faster, smoother. Okay. But the source also talks about them being catalysts for innovation, not just efficiency, but actually sparking new ideas. How does that work? How do they push boundaries?
Well, they essentially compress the whole innovation cycle by automating a lot of the operational drag. Organizations can just focus more resources and speed on pushing new frontiers. For instance, rapid experimentation. Agents make it feasible to run tests and analyze data on a massive scale. Think hundreds, maybe thousands of variations tested in the time it used to take for just one or two. That accelerates learning incredibly fast.
So, more shots on goal, basically.
Exactly. More shots, faster feedback. And this enables personalization at a scale that was, frankly, often impossible before. Imagine, say, an online course that truly adapts its entire teaching style and content to you in real time based on how you're doing. Their ability to crunch huge, diverse data sets can also uncover hidden patterns, new market opportunities, things humans might just miss in the noise. And even in product development, they can handle routine phases, maybe generating initial code, running basic tests, which gets new solutions to market much faster.
So, connecting this to the bigger picture, it sounds like companies can try more things, learn faster, and potentially bring cooler, newer stuff to us, the consumers, much more quickly, like a tireless R&D department.
That's a good way to put it. A tireless, data-driven R&D department.
And this isn't just theory, right? The document gives examples. Where are these agents actually making a difference now? What stands out?
Oh, the versatility is really impressive. It's popping up everywhere. Customer service, like we discussed, agents managing complex requests start to finish. In finance, huge applications. Advanced fraud detection, they spot weird patterns way faster than people can. Also, things like autonomous investment management, optimizing transactions.
Okay. Finance makes sense. What
Yes.
else?
Healthcare is another big one. Think assistance for complex diagnoses, pulling together data from labs, patient history, real-time monitors, helping create personalized treatment plans, even managing complex hospital supply chains, making sure the right stuff is in the right place. Logistics and transportation, optimizing delivery routes on the fly, managing fleets of autonomous vehicles, automating warehouses, and even education, creating those personalized learning paths we talked about, tracking student progress, adapting content, basically a personalized tutor for everyone.
Wow, okay. It really does sound like wherever you have a complex, multi-step process, lots of data, an autonomous AI agent could potentially step in, from healthcare to getting your packages. Now, this all sounds incredibly powerful, almost too good to be true sometimes, but like any major tech shift, there has to be a flip side, right? Challenges. Hurdles. The source definitely flags some big ones.
Absolutely. It's crucial to be realistic. The potential is immense, yes, but widespread adoption faces some significant roadblocks. We need to tackle them proactively. First off, regulation and ethics. There's an urgent need for clear legal frameworks. Who's responsible if an agent makes a mistake? What about data privacy? Algorithmic bias? Big questions.
Yeah, the bias issue seems critical.
It is. And then there's security and reliability. These systems have to be robust, secure against cyber attacks, reliable, especially in critical areas like healthcare or transport. Failure isn't really an option there. We also have to talk about the impact on jobs. Let's be honest. While AI certainly creates new jobs, it's also going to transform and, yes, likely displace some existing roles. That means a big focus on workforce adaptation, retraining.
Helping people transition.
Precisely. And then there's social acceptance, building public trust. People need to be comfortable with agents making decisions, managing tasks, without constant human oversight. That takes time and transparency. Technically, these are complex systems to build and maintain. You need specialized talent, strong infrastructure. That's a barrier too. And circling back to bias, we constantly need to work on preventing training data and algorithms from amplifying existing societal biases. Ensuring fairness is key.
It's definitely a lot to think about. The potential is huge, but we need to be really intentional about how we integrate these agents responsibly.
Exactly. The emergence of autonomous AI agents really does mark a significant milestone. A new chapter, maybe.
Right.
Their ability to independently manage complexity promises, I think, an era of really unprecedented efficiency and a massive acceleration of innovation. And fundamentally, it's about freeing up that human potential, letting us focus on creativity, strategy, the really hard problems.
We're definitely standing on the edge of a major transformation. How we work, how we live. So, as you, our listener, think about this deep dive. Maybe consider what this means for your own industry, your own work. What are those creative, strategic things you could focus on if the routine stuff was handled autonomously? And maybe the bigger question for all of us is, how do we collectively ensure that as these powerful agents take on more, we steer our own human ingenuity towards the challenges that truly need us, the problems only humans can solve?